In this video, you will explore the DataOS Depot. So, let's get started. DataOS Depot serves as a bridge that enables you to connect to a variety of data sources by abstracting away the system complexities of that source system. DataOS Depot handles the various protocols, credentials, and connection formats. Through Depot, you can connect to both managed and unmanaged data sources, such as file systems, data lake systems like Delta Lake, IceBase, Hive, various types of databases such as relational and non-relational DB, as well as event systems like Kafka, Pulsar, Kinesis, and more. You can visualize depots as the registration of data locations to be made accessible to DataOS. Depot merely grants you access to the data. You aren't actually copying or moving the data from your source system. To ingest, syndicate, copy, or perform other operations on the data, you can use one of the stacks of the operating system. Depots work by creating a unique DataOS address for the source system called UDL. So, let's learn what a UDL is. When you create a depot, UDLs are created that allow you to access the data directly at the source. This Universal Data Link, or UDL, is the address that gets assigned to the source system. Let's learn about the structure of a UDL. Irrespective of the source system's nomenclature or structure, a UDL brings uniformity by allowing you to reference the data in the following hierarchy. A UDL has the following format. Let's use real-world instances to illustrate the structure of UDL. In Snowflake, data is structured into database, each containing one or more schema, which in turn contains one or more objects. This means that in DataOS, the database is equivalent to the depot, the schema to the collection, and the objects to the datasets. Likewise, every source system has its hierarchy for organizing the data, but within DataOS, all these heterogeneous sources are referred to in a homogenized manner as depot, collection, and dataset. Now, let's try to understand why and how a depot is used. First, you can use UDL to access data in various stacks and applications of DataOS. For instance, you might mention the UDLs as the addresses of your input and output datasets within the Flare stack. The reference dataset can now be subjected to operations like transformation, policy, or tag assignment, and many more. By having a fixed taxonomy in the form of UDL, Depot brings uniformity to how you work with data from heterogeneous systems. A depot also incorporates default access restrictions of the source system to secure the data. You can obviously add further access control restrictions using policies of DataOS. You can limit the file format at the source which is being accessed. For example, only interact with JSON files or iceberg format. Furthermore, Depot enhances the developer's experience and makes it easier for the InfoSec division of your organization to follow regulatory compliances. Let's have a look at what a user can do after the creation of a depot. So, you can run Scanner to scan the metadata from the source system. You can then use Metas to catalog and explore the metadata. You can add the depot to the list of sources in a cluster to allow the query engine to access that source system. You can then go to Workbench and query the data. Create dashboards using Atlas. You can create data policies to govern the data. You can use Lens to create data models. You can ingest data from, copy, or syndicate data to a source system by using Flare Stack. You can run quality checks and perform transformations on the data in the source system. You can perform many other operations on the data after Depot is created. In summary, you have now learned what depots are, what is a UDL, structure of a UDL, why and how are depots used, what can a user do after the creation of a depot. Thanks for watching.